Hi, colleagues. My name is Russell West. John sent a message to me this morning indicating that our catalyst process, which is scheduled for tomorrow, for Thursday, may need to be delayed. There's some shifts that are happening on your team, and we want to make sure that it's an optimal starting time. So we're going to wait to our July 8th meeting to kick off the catalyst session. However, the coach sessions that we have on the books, we're going to go ahead and keep. But I thought it would be fair to you to at least get a little bit of introduction as to what's this appointment on your calendar and who's this person that you're supposed to be meeting with. So my name is Russell West. I've been a leadership educator since the 80s, since I picked up my first Marine Corps officer candidate platoon. And I've been engaged in leadership development, intentional leadership development from that time onward, mostly inside of graduate school settings and in business development context outside of the academic world. My partner, Paul Litton, who founded Leadership Forward, the organization that will be facilitating our leadership development process over this year, Paul Litton has been working inside of nonprofit healthcare almost 20 years, more than 20 years. And most of that time has been inside of the Advent team. So he's seen a lot of comings and goings of the Advent system, its brand, and how this organization seeks to embed its mission in particularly the Central Florida area where his work has been. Heads up for you, this is what you can expect from Catalyst. Catalyst will be a 2.5 hour to 3 hour meeting, but we won't be doing trust falls and beach balls and kumbaya sorts of experiences. That may be the feeling or the byproduct when we're done, but this will be called action learning. There are things that this team needs to master together, practice together to achieve what it's trying to do in 2021, 2022, and beyond. So we want to work together with your team leaders, with insights that we all will gain from the coaching process, and to shape just-in-time training that leads towards your strategic aims. What I want you to get from that is strategic development has got to be supported by leadership development. And as Michael Gerber likes to say, your organization is perfectly designed to get the results it's getting. Well, one of the ways you can get different results is to work differently with your leaders. And that's what John Johansson is doing. He is introducing a change-up as it pertains to how to undergird and support your executive development, your executive person, presence, and possibilities. So we're going to work with you through the Catalyst process, and in each one of those sessions, we will choose a topic that is generative and collaborative that allows the team to learn together in a particular facet of what it needs to move forward. The executive coaching sessions will support that experience, but it will be focused heavily upon you, on your person, your presence, your possibilities. We begin by laying a baseline of assessments. So you'll be getting an email from our team that invites you to complete the right path. Many of you have already done that. The LMAP, and that will be coming to you probably in the days following, and the conflict dynamics profile. These three assessments give us a baseline on some of those things that drive leadership behavior, or research, evidence-based insights that drive leadership behavior, while signaling those that tend to derail leadership advancement and acceleration. So at the coach level, we will start with this baseline and commence a conversation that's about your leadership development goals. But they won't be hope so and brainstorming and development goals for which there's no accountability. These will be embedded in a community conversation. At some point, you'll look to your team and say, these are some things that I gained from the assessment process that I'd like to make public. I'm going to be working on them in your presence in 2021, 2022, and beyond. You're invited to see me, catch me in the act of becoming who I am intended to become around leadership development. Well, I will work with you in the coaching space around that. A thing I want you to know about our coaching space, I treat the coaching experience like it's a studio. Whether it's in the literal studio that I have shaped up to host the Zoom calls throughout this year, or whether I'm seated in your office, and starting in July, that will be the case. These sessions will be like a yoga studio or like a salon or a gymnasium or that wherever you go, that place you go to put polish on your game, to put an edge on your sword, a sharper edge on your sword. Wherever you go to get your head together, that's what I want this space to become. And that's how I tend to host a coaching space, as if it's a studio for your executive practice. You get to walk around it, refine it, and, add muscularity to it, and tone down, lose weight, get the cholesterol, the leadership cholesterol under control around you. Those are the kinds of work pieces that we're going to get into, and it will be as current as what's on your plate on the day that we call, or it will be as trajectory oriented as the kinds of questions that you're trying to work through in the big game. Hey, this is where I'm going career wise, and in this chapter I really need to be mastering these aspects of who I am, these aspects of team and social dynamics, these aspects of the technical job that I have to perform. All of that is yes inside of the coaching space. So I wanted to just greet you, because some of our coaching sessions will begin before our Catalyst session begins, and suddenly you'll be talking to someone who is up in your personal and private and professional space, but having no context for them. So that's all this is just a little bridge to warm things up as I begin the phone calls on tomorrow. And it's likely I will have met all of you before we have gotten to our first Catalyst session. And I think with that as a starting place, we will begin that first session with already some relational momentum in the bag. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to working with you. More importantly, I look forward to what's going to happen because we have met and because we begin to engage the process, both for you professionally and for what the organization is trying to do. What John is investing in is unto the purpose of Advent's mission. So I am jazzed about being invited, and I think I speak for Paul, about being invited in this special place that the executive team has, and being a part of you accelerating towards your goals. Look forward to seeing you in person as soon as we can.